My depression, low-key, wrecked my relationship, and now I'm trying to fix it. Any advice? So I'm 20, and my girlfriend, who's also 20, and I have been together for 2 years. About 6 months in, I got chronically ill, and it completely flipped my life upside down. I already struggle with OCD and anxiety, and not having answers about what was wrong with me sent me into a full spiral. I was overthinking everything, Googling symptoms at 3 a.m., convincing myself it was something worse, and eventually I just crashed into depression. Instead of getting real help, I told myself I needed to fix the physical stuff first before dealing with my mental health, which in hindsight was such a bad call. During that time, I trauma dumped constantly, mostly on my girlfriend. I lost a lot of friends because I was negative, stuck, and honestly draining to be around. And I get why. My girlfriend stayed. She held it down through all of it, and I'll always be grateful for that. Thankfully, my health has gotten a lot better. But over the last 6 months, I started feeling her pull away. We used to be super expressive, very I love you loud, very affectionate. That energy faded. It hurt, so I finally pushed for a real conversation. That's when she told me she was dealing with compassion fatigue. She felt overwhelmed. She even said at one point she kind of had one foot out of the relationship. That wrecked me. It was also the wake-up call that made me finally start therapy. Since then, we've been talking more openly. We both agreed we want this to work. I'm actively working on my mental health now, and she's working on communicating sooner instead of bottling things up. The thing is, I understand her. Being with someone who's depressed and not getting help is exhausting, but I'd be lying if I said I don't feel a little betrayed. She didn't tell me how bad it was getting. She let resentment build while I thought we were okay. Now my trust feels shaky. On top of that, I developed anxious attachment somewhere along the way, and finding out she emotionally pulled back triggered all my abandonment wounds. I'm mad at myself for not getting help sooner. I miss the easy, carefree version of us before everything got heavy. I feel like I broke something. I've only been in therapy for under 2 months, but I already feel pressure to show progress fast. Sometimes I feel like I need to act happier than I actually am so I don't push her away again. I think part of me hoped that once I started therapy, she'd immediately snap back to being super warm and affectionate, which I know is unrealistic. I put her through a 1.5 years of emotional heaviness. Of course it's going to take time. She's been initiating dates, and in person things feel good, but I miss the emotional reassurance. I miss being loved loudly. When she makes even small snarky comments, especially in this fragile state I'm in, I spiral hard. I keep worrying about how long that resentment was building and whether it's fully gone. I'm trying though. I go to the gym, I'm in therapy monthly, I hang out with friends from uni, I picked up a new hobby, I'm actively working on not being codependent, but healing feels slow and I hate that. I wish I could fast forward to being secure, confident, and not so emotionally reactive so I could just be a solid partner again. For anyone who's in on the other side, how long did it take to feel normal again after your partner finally started getting help? Is there actually a way back to that deep emotional closeness? I feel guilty, impatient with myself, and scared, but I really want to grow from this instead of letting it destroy something good.